Out here at Greystone, Matt will be here in a little while. It's the golf facility. It's gorgeous outside. The weather outside's not frightful. And it is a beautiful day. We're out here for good cause. Fight, DMD. And we had Terry and Jonah on, who this is really all about Jonah, who's the one who set this up, you know, him and his dad and his little brother. But it's just great to be out here, and it's gorgeous. So we're going to be out here. Matt's going to be here in a little bit, and our sister station, sports station, is going to be out here in a little bit as well throughout the day as they raise money to fight this. It's horrible. You know, it's like the best way to describe it is think of it as kind of an ALS for young people, for kids. And, you know, Jonah and I have had this great conversation throughout the day, and he was, you know, we were just talking actually about the One Big Beautiful Bill. And, you know, because he was, you know, when the One Big Beautiful Bill happened and you hear all these people screaming, everybody's going to lose their health insurance, they're going to lose this. He was worried about it, you know, because he's 21, he understands it. And it's like, it's not going to happen. It's not meant for you. The people that are going to lose it are the people that could work, could do things, and aren't. And the ones like him who he can't. And so it's not about him. And his brother, who couldn't be here because his brother's on, you know, full-time ventilator and stuff. And to see this, and just like you go home today, you hug your family. You hug your family because you realize how blessed you are. But it's also how amazing you are to live in a nation like this, where we do things like this. We have the opportunities. This is the kindness of the heart. There's no money coming from government here. There's none of that stuff. This is all people that are coming here. They're donating their time. They're giving out of their own pockets. They are, you know, they're not only coming, even if they, you know, can only afford to play golf and give a few bucks. They're bringing their laughter with them and their hope. And it's just it's something that's needed. It reminds people that how. Because I've saw two people today. Because hey, I've listened to your show a couple times. I'm not a big fan of, you know, not a fan of Trump, and you know, I'm not really into politics and stuff. But we're all here for the same thing. We're having a laugh because this is about a good cause, and this is about, you know, what life is about right here. So, if you have a chance, go to fightdmd.com and check it out because you can still give there. And it's again, everybody there by the grace of God go I. It's probably the best way to describe it. Plus, they fed us, man, and they gave us donuts. Donuts, Bell. Donuts.
You got donuts right now?
Yes, there's donuts sitting over here that are just, they're looking at me and they're saying to me, hey, you should probably eat this.
Are they just like regular little donuts, or are they like big fat donuts?
Big, fat, look at me, bite into me donuts. Yes.
Do it, brother.
I've already, you know what? I've had one. And, yeah, there may be another one that falls in my mouth. I don't know, Ken, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to need contours more now. How many sessions do I need to get rid of my donut? Oh, my Lord. I'll tell you what. Hey, Ken, did I heard that there was somebody who said there was a bomb on a Frontier flight today?
I have not seen that.
I thought so at B&A, and I thought to myself, why? First of all, it's Frontier. They're like, well, that's, you know, I mean, that's why you get a discount flying on Frontier. Hey, there's a chance something could happen.
Yeah.
But apparently she was mad, and she had, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, she maybe had a few drinks. Because for whatever reason, we've decided that, hey, it's 6 a.m, you've got a flight to take. You know what? The bar's open. Normally I don't day drink, but I do when I'm flying to San Francisco.
Oh, now there was a woman who was arrested recently.
Yeah.
She was drunk.
No, she said she had a bomb.
Well, yeah, but she was drunk.
Yeah.
And when they were trying to get her off the plane, that's when she said, there's a bomb.
Yeah, there's a perfect example of you think you've done something and it's no big deal. That's federal.
Yeah.
Federal offenses are way different than the other ones.
Yeah, just be drunk and get escorted off the plane rather than do something stupid or, you know, add to what you have just done. That is stupid.
Yeah.
That also carries a federal felony charge.
Yeah, I was listening and somebody said that was yesterday. I just heard Joan talking about it today. And I was like, really? That she said that. And I thought to myself, well, again, it's Frontier, but it's not Spirit. But what are you going to do? The federal, I don't think people realize that stupidity right there. But when she said she was drunk, first thing that came to my mind, isn't it weird that people will go and get hammered at like 6:30 in the morning. It's normally it's a Tuesday. Normally I don't drink at 6:30 in the morning, but I'm going to get on a flight, so why not?
Yeah, her exact words, this is back on September 23rd or 24th, is her exact words were, I have a effing bomb, so nobody's going anywhere.
Are you sure it wasn't I am effing bombed?
Yeah, it could have been. Maybe they got it wrong. You guys don't even understand. Can I fly the plane?
Congratulations, genius.
Who wants to see if the plane can go upside down? I bet it can. Oh, God, that is just so ridiculous. Yeah, you know what? I've learned they don't have a lot of sense of humor when it comes to airlines.
Yeah, that was actually my nincompoops in the news that day.
The bomb thing, I was watching this. Have you seen the girl she's got like a few million followers on TikTok and the Insta, as the kids would say, and or the gram, and she's got Tourette's.
No.
And when she flies places, she can't help but say stuff because she's got the full Tourette's. Like
she's
it's
like
not,
Balin.
Yes, and she will drop, I got a bomb or there's a gun right there in the TSA line. And it's kind of hard not to laugh. And they have to explain she has Tourette's. So,
yeah.
So what we're telling you guys is next time you're flying and you feel like being funny, bust out the Tourette's.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Remember Balin Out Loud where she was doing that?
Yep. There's a lot of them. I didn't realize that was the that sometimes it seems to be, they say, the most inappropriate time, because I don't know if they think about it right then and there, you know, like, because she would normally not say there's a bomb,
right?
But there she did, because I think her mom said, don't say anything, stupid like gun, and then it went right to her head. And so that's what you're going to say.
Yeah. So when she goes to the dentist, does she blurt out stuff like, I eat candy and don't brush?
Yeah, that's what I would say. Hey, tell me you don't brush your teeth.
Balin
F you, I don't brush my teeth.
She gets pretty saucy in some of the stuff she says, man.
She gets seriously saucy.
I mean, and it is so uncharacteristic.
Yeah, it's funny, too, when to watch her. If you've never seen the way that because she's brought so much awareness to it. When she talks, like when she'll be at breakfast and she starts screaming and cussing at mom and dad, or she'll go outside and yell, the neighbors tell them to F off.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to start using that if I just want to yell at people.
Yeah.
Like, he's got Tourette's. Okay. Oh, my Lord, you guys. So, I mean, we've been trying to squeeze a lot of stuff in, and again, and being out here is awesome. It's just, first of all, it's beautiful out here, but just being able to help. And again, it reminds us how blessed we are to live in this country. It's just like, we're so blessed. I keep saying that over and over again. Sometimes you got to pinch yourself. You wake up and you think, oh, man, another gorgeous day. And Ken's promised us a gorgeous weekend.
Oh, and I promise you it will be.
Up until Umberto gets here on Tuesday, maybe.
Until it's not. I promise it's going to be a beautiful weekend unless it's not.
There you go. See? I promise this is going to last for as long as it does until it doesn't. News at 11.
Or if it doesn't.
Oh, goodness me. Any plans for the weekend? I'm going to do nothing.
I'm not sure what my lovely bride is going to have us doing this weekend. She likes to get out and about. So we'll just have to see.
And this is the weekend to do it. If you guys are going to go get out and about, this is like, would you say we're going to be in the 80s tomorrow overnight, right around mid-50s?
Yeah, 50s overnight, mid-80s this weekend, lots of sun.
Oh,
it's going to be beautiful.
No swamp ass here.
No, low humidity.
Even doubly better. That's why it's just absolutely fantastic. Just fantastic. I'm super excited about it. We've got in Memphis, the Guards moving in next week. And a lot of you have said, I can't believe they're unarmed. I don't think they're going to put the Guard in harm's way. That's not happening. And as idiotic as most criminals are, the reality, nobody's taking pot shots at them because they understand what comes. They understand what comes with that. So it is, I don't think they're not going to be engaging with anybody by the sounds of it. They're going to probably do help with paperwork and probably transportation. Outside, I don't even know if they're going to be driving around in cars or if they're going to even be. But I've read two things that said they're going to be mostly stationed in and around federal areas.
Yeah, which I mean, that could free up Memphis police officers to go elsewhere.
Yes. Well, it really is a big deal when you think about the fact that, you've had all these defund police movements has been big. But, the other thing that's been big, and I think through the defund police movement is part of it, is social media has played a huge part in why so many people don't want to be officers or they're calling it quits. Because they don't want to be that person where you catch 10 seconds of something that was 3 minutes long and you're demonized as racist, as a misogynist, as this, that, and the other, as a violent person. And more, when my buddy, he works for Phoenix PD, and really good guy. And his job now is to try to retain officers and recruit officers. And he says the number one thing is that he has the toughest thing that he struggles with because of social media. It's so hard because they're all terrified that they're going to make the wrong decision. As far as it's the right decision, but it's the wrong decision when it comes out of the camera because it's never from start to finish.
Right.
And we've seen it too. I mean, we've seen it with cops who are just like, I'm not going to, I don't want to be seen as a bad person. It's not that. And so if you're policing in that way, because we're a nation that makes snap judgments and we don't care what the actual, reality is, right? Like, so do you remember was it the Border Patrol and they were whipping all the, the Haitian arrivals or whatever? And that was baloney. But by the time it was all figured out, there was never any apology. People got hammered for it that were in the pictures. And the real story, even when it came out, it was long gone because our attention span, as we talk about, is like 8 or 9 seconds. And so nobody cares about the outcome. They care about the being angry and the outrage. So I see why it would be tough to be a cop. I wouldn't want to be a cop at a time when, you're only going to be called out for that one incident that somebody caught a piece of. And in today's world, as we know, you got those phones. Hey, you are the director. You may be the star of the show. You're the producer. You're the distributor. And you can frame it how you want. And it's a frustrating thing. And when you think about the fact that Memphis is down cops, there's not a city in the country that isn't struggling to get police. There isn't. You go look. I was talking to my buddy again. He was saying normally we'd have tons of graduates. He goes, we had one graduate this last one. One. And I'm like, are you kidding me? He goes, yeah, that was it. I mean, how? Like, you're not building a police force with that. And the ones that are like transferring, this is the thing he says, they're transferring to much smaller cities, not only potentially with less crime, but also potentially with just the less potential for something to get crazy. And that's another struggle. So it's just, again, but freeing them up is a great thing. That's what helps. That's what helped also, with the Border Patrol. Because you go and ask those guys, if you go and the frustration it must be too if you're a cop and you go arrest somebody and then by the time you're filling out the paperwork, they're already gone. They've released them on their own recognizance and they're back out doing whatever because that they're not going to prosecute. How frustrating is that? So you start throwing that all around. Memphis needs help. A lot of cities need help. And it also starts first and foremost, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, with the prosecutors. Because while all of this is going on with the show that Trump, and let's be real, it's a show. He likes these things, proves his point, points things out. Part of it is to show the embarrassment of how the Democrats are running cities. But that being said, he's not wrong in the way that they're running cities. But it also comes with the prosecution side of stuff that needs to be addressed more and more. We'll talk about that, among other things. We're out here, Greystone. I'm going to be here for another, maybe a little while longer because I might get on the golf course after this. But then our good friend and yours, Matt, will be here coming up at the top of the hour. He's going to take it all the way to 7. It is a great cause. And if you just want to help, figure out what you can do, volunteer, give some money, go to fightdmd.com. They would appreciate that. There's amazing people out here. This is Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I got one more thing to tease.
Tell me.
A health alert for meatball meals sold by Walmart.
It's not great value, is it?
Nope.
Of course not, because Great Value doesn't do that.
Great value is great value.
Now, are these meatballs irradiated?
Irradiated?
Yeah, like the shrimp.
Yeah, they're still finding shrimp that are irradiated. Hey, remember that shrimp that glows? Yeah, we probably shouldn't have eaten that thing.
You'll just have to wait until the bottom of the hour, Brother Bilal.
Oh, damn. Man, this could be good. Oh, it's not horse meatballs, is it? You ever had horse?
No, never have, man. I'm sure they sold it in East Texas where I grew up for a while.
I had it in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And the review?
gross is probably the review I would go with. Yeah, I think mine died of exhaustion. So, but it's just
terrible.
Remember that? Remember that scene in "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou," where cousin Harold said, "I butchered this horse a month ago. I believe she might be turning. She might be beginning to turn."
That was a great movie.
Or, of course, the famous line from Caddyshack where he goes, "This steak isn't very good. I can still see the marks where the jockey was hitting it."
That movie was brilliant.
Oh, so brilliant. What brilliant
Rodney
movie.
Dangerfield, man. When
That guy.
When he comes through the clubhouse and he clasps the priest on the shoulder and says, "Hey, Rabbi."
Remember, Wang, what are you doing? It's a parking lot. Look at this hat here. You know, if you buy this, you know what you should get? A bowl of soup. It's such a great movie.
Oh.
That was a brilliant, brilliant movie. And, I mean, God, Bill Murray was fantastic in that.
Yeah.
You know, when he comes over to, was it Ty's house, which is Chevy Chase? And he's like, you got a pool, a pond, and you'd maybe take a bath. A pond be good for you. just such a great movie. Oh my Lord! So I can't wait to find out about the meatballs.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what you got to do with them if you have them.
Okay. What if you ate them? Is there any way I can get the money back?
Good luck.
Oh my!
Not just
Lord.
on the money.
Oh, jeez.
Good luck if you eat these meatballs.
If you eat these meatballs, good luck to you. Was that racist? Can you be Italian? Can you be racist to Italians?
I just do the news, boys.
Can't you? I mean, everybody always. I mean, I always get called anti-Semite stuff. I expect all that stuff.
So now you're going to be anti-Italian.
Italian. I'm gonna be anti-Italian. Tell you that right now is what's going on. Anti-Italian. Yeah, no, I don't think you can be. I don't think you can. I'm sure there is. Could you be Euroist? Euroist? It's like racist, but for Euros.
As long as it's not at France, because they get their feelings hurt.
They do. Well, their first lady has a wiener, so there's that. Allegedly, that's what Candace Owens said. I can't wait for that trial. I really want to see that one. This is my JJ.
She's got a good right hook.
She does. Hey, did you see Trump and Melania kind of getting into it on the plane or whatever? They're pointing at each other or wherever they were sitting.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody talking about that. She was giving him the heat. They're both giving each other the business. She feels like she always looks like she's smoldering, like she got those smoldering good looks. Like just underneath, there's a volcano ready to explode.
She is strikingly gorgeous.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where you look at her and you're like, is that AI? Yes. That feels like it's AI. Nobody should look like you.
Right.
Nobody should. Nobody. Just letting you guys know. Hey, you know what I found out about Nicolas Cage? Nicolas Cage. Do you know why he does all these movies? Because he lost all of his, he spent all of his money, and then his money manager lost all of his money. Did you know that? One of the big things that because he was, of course, he lived like Nicolas Cage lives, but then as he was doing, I was watching this thing about him last night, and he told his manager and his agent, they said, well, you should go file bankruptcy. He goes, the hell I am. I'm just going to do everything I possibly can to work. I'm going to pay everything off. I'm not doing any of that stuff. And he paid everything back.
Wow.
Which I thought, that's why he's Nick freaking Cage.
Nick freaking Cage.
The greatest of greats. All right, we take a quick break. We come back, we talk a little about Israel, some Comey stuff as well. I'm going to go over and see if those donuts are really calling my name or if I'm just hearing things. If you missed any of the show, shame, we say, even on a Friday. Make sure you grab the podcast. It is Chad Benson Show. Sip it Talk 997. Yeah. Watch a little bit of the golf. If you guys are aware of this, the Ryder Cup is going on. John Rahm just made another putt. America got themselves kicked into Grundle early this morning. We're trying to make a comeback here. The whole thing with the licenses, I just find it so bizarre that like you don't speak English? That's okay.
You can't read this? Well.
But you know what? Here, I don't know if you're aware of this, Ken. Let's just say I went to another country and didn't speak their language. My assumption is the rules of the road for not crashing into other human beings and that red means stop and green means go seems to be pretty universal.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it just kind of is. The fact that we have people here, though, that are... It's one thing to have a car, okay? You know, we debate that all day. It's the fact that you're driving a truck. You're transporting ginormous amounts of things across the country with little no skills in English. And even if you're here legally, that should be like the number one thing you do is to learn the English. And we shouldn't... This is not about, because I'll hear it, you're going to be racist. No, it's not. It's just common sense. If I go live in another country, so let's say tomorrow they find out, hey, you know what, Chad? You weren't mean to the Italians. They want you to come here. My first thing is I got to learn Italian. If I'm going to live here, I've got to learn Italian. Because I'm not going to be able to fit into their society and become part of their society if I don't learn Italian and embrace. I may not be perfect, but I'm damn well going to learn it. And I'm going to learn that. Then I'm going to learn the rules of the road, which is don't crash in out other countries. You know what? It's chaos. If you've ever been some places, it is chaos. But still, crashing into other things and doing a U-turn out of the middle of nowhere, those are pretty much universal. Don't do. That's what I heard. So this will be... I mean, all this is, again, just until we get the robots to drive the trucks, because that's close by. They're already trying that in other countries. The 18-wheeler with nobody driving it, that seems a little scary, but it's coming, kids. It is. It is coming very, very soon. By the way, we had a listener come by. Mike is his name. He's the pilot that used to fly around the Ebola patients. He wanted to shake my hand, but I told him no. No, just kidding. He's like, I was listening. I just want to come by and say hi and, come by and see everybody. It was great, him hanging out here. But I'm like, the Ebola patients? He goes, it wasn't as bad as you think. And he goes, it was all about money for the World Health Organization. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting indeed. So a lot of you chiming in. We were talking about Israel earlier, and somebody gets, a little upset on the line. I want to tell everybody this. I'm a believer in Jesus, first and foremost, right? And I look and I see human beings that are starving and struggling. To say that, 3 million people over here, 2 million people need to be completely blown out of their land, that, Israel, God gave it to them. No, actually, the land itself and the country was divided up by men. And this is about the government, not the people of, who, by the way, aren't very happy either. 2 years into this thing, and they're not happy because they're still feeling like Bibi's stringing them along. And so there's a lot that goes on to it. It's not just as simple as, the usual, you want the terrorists to win, which you get all this kind of stuff. No, nobody wants the terrorists to win. Nobody does. This is about, again, God wasn't talking about the government of Israel. And if you're a Christian, you know this now. They reject Jesus. We are all Israel. Old Testament, New Testament, two different things. And I'm a Jew, by the way, so when everybody gets mad at me, but even though I ate a donut earlier, so that's, again, I didn't eat a bagel, so you know me, anti-Semitic. It is just it's about the common sense. You want to get this stuff done. This isn't it. And the amount of money that we spend, we're giving $20 billion now to Argentina because they've gone sideways. Because Milei's policies struggled. That country's a hot mess. And his policies, I'll be honest, the fact that he's lasted this long is fascinating to me because Argentina is one of those, hey, we should hold a snap election. We held one yesterday. Let's hold another one. So, the fact that he is lasted this long, but, they're struggling, so we're giving $20 billion. And, I know Trump said, well, we're going to help our farmers out. Yeah, we should be because our farmers are struggling. I mean, that's a hard job. They're in the middle of the struggle bus right now. But we've got how many homeless on the street every night, mentally ill people wandering the streets. We're funding war machines when it comes to Israel to go do whatever they want to do, and they're doing it whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it. And they're dragging us into stuff. They're that friend that you go out with every night, and you're like, dude, picks a fight every night. I'm not quite sure I want to go out with you anymore, let alone pay for dinner every night. And so I want to see, we talk about America first. Hell yeah. How many of our veterans are sleeping on the street tonight who fought wars? Wars, by the way, that politicians who didn't get dirty, Lindsey Graham, who always advocates for doing stuff, those people are sitting fine. The ones who struggled and who were down there and fighting it, you weren't fighting it for you were fighting for the brother next to you, but you weren't fighting it for some grand cause the way that they pitched it out to be. Because really what it was in a lot of these things, Iraq being number one, it's more of a personal thing. We're going to go do this. We're going to try to overthrow this. And it's not about the red. No, that was awful. And we've got all these people. And how are we treating them? Not well. I'll tell you that. And we've got to do better. And think that we're handing out money left, right, and center. I know we're 37. We're probably closer to $90 trillion in debt if you want to talk about unfunded liabilities, which is all the pensions and all those things that are sitting out there. And we should demand that, you know what? I thought it was about taking care of us first. Why are we giving $20 billion to our, well, we want to help Argentina. Yeah, I get that. But, and Trump said yesterday, well, tariffs, the farmers, we got tariffs coming in, billions of dollars. Those are other Americans paying tariffs on goods, which, by the way, we're not even sure what they're going to say at the Supreme Court level. What if we have to pay those tariffs back to Americans? I mean, so let's take care of our own first. I thought that was the whole point. And, yeah, I support Israel, which has a right to exist. I love when they say, do you think it has? Yes, it has a right to exist, and it does exist. It has a right to defend itself. But at some point in time, when you bomb, Qatar, one of our close allies, and you do so knowing full well that we have our people there getting ready to try to have a meeting to come to some sort of agreement, and you thought you were going to get their guys, and then we come to find out you also had a court date that day, BB. I mean, we can have some serious questions about this. Everybody's afraid to because they're afraid, well, if you dare ask a question, why is it I can criticize my country, but if I dare criticize them, I can get in trouble? Tell me that. Tell me how there's that. Tell me how that is an issue. That you had a guy who wore an IDF uniform on the floor of Congress, masked, I think it's Brian Mast out of Florida. Okay, well, who are you choosing here first, dude? No offense, bro. But you tried to get something passed, which luckily everybody poo-pooed, but a few went along with it, that would have given Marco Rubio the opportunity to strip Americans of their passport if they said things ill will towards Israel? Are you blanking kidding me? This is the government, it's not the people. And name me another country that we can't. I can criticize Trump. I can criticize Biden. I can criticize Obama, Marco Rubio. How many times did we make fun of Chuck Schumer yesterday? But if I go and criticize the likes of Israel, I'm going to get in trouble for that? This is about the government. That's what this is about. And we should be able to have criticism of another country. Name another country that has, was it 38 states, I think, where if you criticize them or you won't work with them because of the divest movement, that you can't work with, with any federal contracts anymore. It's just insane. They've managed to lead us around. This is about America first. And yes, I care about America first. I care about us. I love the fact that we've got good allies. But you know what? Good allies? You better be a good ally to us. We forget that. And you guys want to know what the scary thing is about the Bibi and the Likud party? He's the most liberal of the bunch. So think about that. Because Smodrich and Ben-Gvir and all these guys, if it was up to them, they would have nuked it by now. So, and then I think about, okay, so we're going to displace 2.5 million or 2 million people who has ever left. Do you think Israel's paying for that? Do you think Europe's paying for that? Or are we going to pay for it? And so these are the things that I think about over and over again. Because I pass by homeless people on a daily basis on my walk to work. That I sit there and I see them and I have chats with them, and they're always trying to sell me a Lucy or trying to get a couple bucks off me, and some of them are not in their right minds, and it's sad because one guy that we really like, my wife gives him a blessing bag once a month that's got she's got a Bible in it. That's Charlie and her like to look up from our second story, and she'll see somebody, and Charlie go, Mom, that person needs a blessing bag, and we've become friends with a few of them. And there's some days you sit there and talk with them, and there's other days where they're just not there, and they're a hot mess, and they need help. And here we are. Just hand out money to everybody, which should drive us all crazy. Again, about us first. There's nothing wrong with that. At no point when you're on the airplane and they tell you, all right, if the oxygen mask comes down, make sure you put it on everybody else before you do you first. That's not what they say. It's not. A lot of stuff Matt's going to have for you here. He's here looking sharp. He looks like he's getting ready to golf, but we know he can't because of his arm. But he does look like he's ready to golf. And yes, kids, there is a chance I may sneak out of here and golf here in a minute. I'm pumped about it. We're at Greystone. We're going to be here till 7. Matt's going to be here. He's taking over here in a few minutes. He's going to join the program straight ahead. This is the Friday edition of the Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 99.7. Mike's saying you hold it all day. You're live. Stand-up comedy here. Young Mr. Matt is with us. Yeah, Matt, you didn't know today was Hold Your Own Mic Day?
Hi there.
You got to push it on.
No, it's on. I'm on.
Kirby. It's not working?
No.
How you doing, Matt? Very good to see you.
Good.
All right. You got a lot of stuff coming up today?
Hey, Kirby.
Yeah, we're having fun out here. Matt's out here.
No, it's good.
So we're having a good time. We're out here at Greystone. It's a lot of fun.
Don't start.
There we go.
Behind my mouth. Start bad mouthing me already. What are you doing? I've already met Terry. I've met everybody over there.
That's Jonah right there. He's the man.
Jonah's the man over there. And Terry's over there too.
We're out here at Greystone. It's a big golf
Slay's
day.
coming in here, getting everybody in trouble.
Yeah, there's Brent walking by. Fight DMD is a good cause. If you have a chance to come out today and say hi to the people.
Going to get rowdy later on.
It is going. Well, they're going to be coming out a little bit different, coming back from playing the golfing.
You know what drinkers love? It's when people who admit that they've never had a drink in their life pretend to be drinkers.
Yeah, why don't? Let me ask you this.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, yeah,
you just did it.
It was funny.
How do you know?
Because I've been around enough drunks.
Well, how do you know? How do you know?
Because I've been around enough people that are inebriated.
True. Me too.
It's
much more fun to be around them if you're also inebriated.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, it's weird, man, when you think about it. The going to the airport and on Tuesday and you got to fly to like Omaha and you think, you know what? Normally I don't drink six Bloody Marys down at 6 a.m., but today I'm going to.
Well, the golf course is the same thing.
Same thing, right?
Golf course is the same thing. Right, like there's every day's a weekend in an airport. And there's no time in the airport. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It totally is 5 o'clock somewhere.
Because you're right. You will totally walk by the bars in the airport at 7 o'clock in the morning, and everybody's getting lit.
They're packed.
Everybody's getting lit.
They're so packed. Oh, my gosh, crazy. So what do you talk about today? Anything exciting?
Obviously we're going to continue to discuss the Dallas shooting and sort of the aftermath of that. I've been talking about this TSU story, so we're going to kind of follow up on that. I got a couple of guests to talk about. It is the 1-year anniversary of Hurricane Helene, and I had when did you get here? Has it been
1 year ago today?
Was it really?
Yeah. 1 year
Are you
ago.
not celebrating?
I am. Golf.
All right. Are you going?
I'm going to go out.
Are you going out?
I brought my sticks.
Oh, man.
Hell yeah.
I can't. But
You
anyway.
couldn't anyways.
No, I could chip. Have you
tried
Abigail, the abuser, said this morning that she said, no, you can chip. She said, I just don't want that full that full thing. But
Did
she
you
said,
tell her you
chip
didn't have a full thing anyway?
I said, yeah, I got that. I've never done that in my life. And so we're all good. I'm jelly. I'm jealous that you're getting to go out. That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm going to go out. I figured, you know what? Traffic's probably on the way home. Go out and try to play nines, have some fun here before you hit it on the road.
Greystone's a great location. Dixon is a beautiful, beautiful part of the world, as you can see.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And y'all come out and see us. We've already got some folks that have stopped by and said hello.
Yeah.
And DMD is just obviously it's a wonderful organization. I learned a lot last night about the different types of muscular dystrophy. This is the Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which is the most common form of muscular dystrophy, and obviously it affects young men. So we're going to talk a little about that. At 3:30, we will talk with Steve Antle, who is a Nashville native, former police officer over here, who now lives in Fairview, North Carolina, which was kind of one of the epicenters of Helene and some of the hardest hit areas. And we're just going to find out, what has been going on for a year, what's been done, and what remains to be done.
I know. Are you going to ask him, hey, those people in like Houston and, the people in New Orleans, they're still living in trailers. You guys getting out of trailers yet or what?
Yeah. Well, you know what? You say that. I saw a story this morning that there are still people in tents.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And it is. And some of it is because they're, and this is a part of it, that they are legitimately worried that if they leave their property, the government will not allow them back on their property. And in some cases, they're right, because the government's like, this is a flood zone.
Yes.
We cannot, and in other cases, they're not. They're just worried. They're just scared of it. And I feel bad for them. And it's difficult for me to blame them.
No, I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all.
But
you look at California with the fires. They wouldn't let people get back to their houses. And
that's right.
But what has it been? 1 or 2 permits have been given out?
Is that all?
That's it. Yeah, there's nothing going on.
Oh, Gavin's got it popping.
We're cutting the red tape, guys. We're cutting the red tape.
Hit them straight, brother.
I'm going to Matt straight ahead. You guys have a good weekend. We'll do it again on Monday. Bye.